This is the Philips Sonicare FlexCare Platinum connected electric toothbrush. We've been testing this for a few weeks now and we're here to give you our thoughts, opinions and feedback having used this brush. So let's start with the design. Well, it's quite a clinical looking electric toothbrush as you'd probably expect, but it's really well built. It feels really solid in the hand. On the back of this white body are a series of grips. They're sort of plastic of construction, but these raised grips help hold on to the brush when it's in hand. It does only come in this white and silver colour combination, but we've got this panel on the front here which actually has quite a lot going on. Now usually I don't like really busy interfaces, but this actually works really well and to the brush's advantage. Okay, we've got a bit of branding on here, but the Philips Sonicare logo sits above this, the nice accented power button which turns the brush on and off. Beneath that we've got the Bluetooth logo, which we'll come back to in a moment. We then have what looks like a volume key. This is to change the intensity of the power from this brush. So you can have 3 different levels of intensity, so you can work it to your preference. You have 3 cleaning modes on this brush: clean, white and deep clean, and you select these modes by pressing this button just here, so it makes it really simple, and the LED notification lights make it clear as to exactly which cleaning mode you're using. You then have at the bottom a power icon for the battery, which again is really useful to understand how much power is left in the brush. You have a removable brush head, sits on quite firmly but pushes on and off and pulls off like so. So it's a really well built brush that I'd expect from Philips. So some of the technology that you can't really see in the brush is that it does have a 2-minute timer built in. So at the end of a 2-minute cycle, this brush will automatically power off. During that time, you also have a pacer which pauses very briefly in the brush head movements to allow you to know to change the area of the mouth that you're focusing on, so that helps give a consistent and accurate clean around your mouth. There is also a pressure sensor, there's a scrubbing sensor and location sensor built in, and this works in conjunction with Bluetooth connectivity. Now this is the same Bluetooth that you may use on your smartphone to connect headphones and things like that, and this brush can pair with your Android or iOS mobile device, and using an app that you can download from the relevant app store, you can track your clean. Now you can do that in real time as you actually clean your teeth via an on-screen layout of a set of teeth. You can see where you're brushing and how well you're doing. And then post-clean, it saves all of your data, so you have a nice history of how long you've been brushing for, how good your cleans are, how you can improve, and it's a really great app with lots of features and is a great way to encourage you to brush for longer, brush better and generally improve your oral health care. In terms of what you get in the box, you do also get a travel case to protect this when you're taking the brush around with you in a bag or something like that to stop accidental activation. You also get a UV sanitizer. Well, that's a really great feature and something that you can use if you're particularly conscious about germs. The UV sanitizer is a separate unit in comparison to the main charging stand. The sanitizer has a stand for charging the brush, and in the sanitizer compartment you can put up to 2 Philips Sonicare brush heads. You press the button on it and when connected to power for 10 minutes a cycle will run, and using UV light kill off any germs on the brush head, which is a nice touch. It's not essential, but it's nice to protect yourself against germs and make sure your brush head remains clean. The charging stands that do indeed come with the Philips Sonicare brush work on 100 to 240 volts, meaning you can use them around the world. Another really impressive feature of this brush is the battery life. It lasts up to 19 days, which is 38 cleans or 76 minutes of usage time. You really can't fault this. This is one of the best battery lives out there. Philips do a fantastic job of that. And then you simply sit it on the stand when you need to recharge, and of course you've got the battery status icons to tell you when it needs charging. These change colour, or you get a gauge from how many of the bars are full. There are some negatives to this brush. You know, the larger brush head for me isn't great. I prefer a slightly smaller brush head, but that's something you can potentially get round for the benefits that this brush does indeed bring. Another big drawback really is the price of this brush. It's by no means cheap. The RRP is actually £250, but don't fret. Generally speaking, you can pick this up for a lot less, typically £125 or less if you shop around well. Now, if you extrapolate the cost of using this brush over 3 years, the daily cost is around about 18 or 19 pence. The brush heads are quite expensive to replace. They can typically cost around £7, but you do get fading bristles on here. They're really well constructed and they feel like they're doing a good job, even if this brush head for me is a little larger than I particularly like. You get a 2-year warranty, which will cover you against faults within the brush, you know, mechanical faults, not user damage, so that's there for peace of mind. And the build quality and longevity of these brushes tends to be extremely good, and the chances of it going wrong are very slim. So this is my review of the Philips Sonicare FlexCare Platinum connected electric toothbrush. Be sure to check out electricteeth.co.uk, where there is a full written review to accompany this video. Until next time, thanks for watching.